Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you with a UFC Fight Night DFS video, guys. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. You guys already know my UFC record is probably the best on YouTube. What do we lose? Go back and check. If you're new, check my previous videos, man. This is straight fire. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You guys have been hitting the like buttons. You got me 60 in that last one. Let's try and get 70 this time, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And if you're returning, welcome back. You guys know where the fire is. So let's get this show on the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this isn't the prettiest card that I've seen, but you know what? It's a fight card. We had one canceled today, which is what everybody was on, which was the Julian Marquez versus Jordan Wright. A lot of people wanted to see Jordan Wright get knocked out, but didn't happen. Julian Marquez pulled out, so we're down just one fight. But it's been worse weeks where we've been down 4 or 5, so we'll take it, man. But before we get into it, guys, if you're new, this is a DFS video. What you're looking at here is the DFS Club. This is my home. This is DFS Space. We got 2 providers in one in here, guys. We do every single sport for your DraftKings, FanDuel, Prize Picks, whatever you guys like, sports wagering. We got you guys. We're the cheapest in the industry, and it's not even close. You get NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC, WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. Click join now. We call my logo Skywalker DFS, and boom, $14.99 a month gets you all access to every single sport, the Discord, the members only podcast 1 hour before lock. You get the lineups, core plays, ownership, projections, everything you need to be a better DFS player. NFL's popping. NBA starts on Tuesday. We've been playing preseason, which has been grueling because you got to stay up on all that news. But yeah, guys, come check us out. The family is huge as it is, but there's always room for more. We have the bronze, silver, and the gold plans. The more you pay up, the more you save. And we got 3-day passes. If you guys just want to just get your feet wet, come check us out. We'd love to have you. We're a chill family, man. There ain't no drama in here. We all have one common goal, that is to get this bread. So come check us out, guys. DFSclub.com. Come play some NFL with us, some NBA, some NHL. I'm on a 2-day winning streak with NHL, man. I'll take it. All right, so let's bring it up. So I'm going to use Tapology here. Probably the most common one that everybody uses. So like I said, we had one pull out. Like I should have pulled out with my baby's mama. And, 18 years later and about, I don't know, $80,000 later, you learned an expensive lesson there. So young guys, man, remember, pull out. I know, guys. So first up, we got the ladies going at it, man. We got Ariana Coruscant. I cannot pronounce it. I can always butcher her freaking name. Coruscant. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably wrong. Versus Estella Nunez, guys. So Ariane, she's a beast, man. I saw her weigh-ins today. She is jacked. She looks like a little mini Chris Benoit, man. She's a striker, strong, powerful. She'll pick people up and body slam them. Not that she's a grappler, but she just likes to throw people around. But once she gets them on the ground, like I said, she doesn't go for a submission normally. She just tries to ground and pound your face into the pavement. So very dangerous fighter. Nunez, she's coming off a 3-year layoff, man, making her UFC debut. She got popped for steroids, got suspended for 2 years. Had other fights set up that got canceled due to COVID. So yeah, 3 years later, here she is making her UFC debut. I do think Nunez is a live dog here. So DraftKings, Ariane is 8.5. Nunez is 7.7. Man, it's a 50-50 fight. So with that with that said, with the price point being that far apart, I don't mind taking some shots at Nunez, but the official pick is going to be Ariani. I was going to say Nunez because I might as well just flip a coin, but no. The pick's going to be Ariani, but yeah, I'm going to have some shares of Nunez too, man. I think 7-7 is pretty good value. I know it's risky because we haven't seen her fight in 3 years, but she looked great at weigh-ins, man. She looked great. Just watch some of her training stuff, and I think she's live. Both these ladies are just strong and powerful, man. So it should be a good one. Some people are talking trash about it, but you know what? I look forward to these female fights, especially when you got two powerhouses in there like these two young ladies. But yeah, the picks, Ariani, but Nunez is very live in GPPs. So let's go. Next up, we got Brandon Davis back in the UFC versus Dana Batigro, guys. It's all moved around now, so let me look at my notes here. Whew, excuse me, and I had a couple of microwave burritos for dinner, breakfast of champions. So Brandon Davis, 7.6K. I looked at ownership already. He's probably, let me check ownership here. Actually, he's not too chalky. Norman Dumont's the most popular underdog. Yeah, all right. So cool. 24%, about right there in the middle as far as ownership goes. 7.6K, which is good value. Dana, 8.6K. So Brandon Davis, man, he's fought some tough competition. He got his walking papers from the UFC on a couple of split decisions that could have gone either way. The only thing that concerns me with him is he looked like people said he looked good at weigh-ins. I thought he looked really sucked out. Now I know at weigh-ins you're going to look sucked out, but he looked really sucked out. But as long as he's ready to go, he gets hydrated, it shouldn't be a problem, man. He's a striker, does grapple too, good overall, well-rounded fighter. Great chin too, man. Great fight IQ, which we always like, right? We hate when a guy just like gets knocked down, then he'll just accept guard to a great wrestler, grappler. We don't like that. Good forward pressure. He's always in your face. Dana, man, he's a striker. He's very powerful, man. He'll knock you out with one punch. That right hand of his is very, very dangerous. Everybody and their mama is on Brandon Davis here. Add me to the list, to the first dog pick of the slate. Brandon Davis at 7.6K. I don't pick like if it's going to go the distance or not. This is a DraftKings and FanDuel video, so I'm just picking winners, guys. So Brandon Davis, 7.6K, my first dog pick of this card. Like I said, the only thing that concerns me is how sucked out his face looked, man. Looked like goddamn Skeletor, bro. All right, next up, you got to give it up for Lupita here, man. She just fought last week. Lupita Godinez at 9K versus Luana Carolina at 7.2K. Now, I would just remember Luana's last fight. Oh, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, man. She got the win. It was a split decision, but she got hurt. She got rocked. She did lose to Lipsky, which is, that's not bad. Lipsky's a pretty good contender. She did catch a beating, so she can take a punch. And then she was on Dana White's contender series. So yeah, check out Lupita, man. She fought 4 days, 2 hours ago. And for a girl that we thought was just a striker, she had 5 takedowns in that fight. 5 takedowns, and the fight only lasted 1 round. So a little recency bias here. Lupita is 9K. Luana is 7.2K. The pick here is going to be Lupita. Even with the recency bias, all that, I get it. But now the fact that you're adding takedowns to her game, that's DraftKings gold. That's FanDuel gold. The only thing that concerns me is Luana looked like she's about a foot taller than Loopy today on the face-off. If you haven't seen the face-offs, go check it out. So huge size advantage for Luana. But here's the thing. Normally the shorter fighter does good when they're going to grapple, when they're going to take you down, when they're going to wrestle. So DraftKings Gold are takedowns, guys. It's 5 DK points per takedown. She's a striker. Now she's a grappler, I guess. And she's a savage for just fighting, took no damage, fought, 4.5 days ago. And she dominated 5 takedowns and a first round finish. And Luana, she's a striker. Not much on the ground, but yeah, give me Lupita. Let me check her ownership. I'm pretty sure. She's pretty popular. So 33% right now the night before. So that's the second highest owned fighter in the 9K range. And let's see. Luana could be had at 23%. So some people are on Luana. They probably saw the face off and they're like, man, she's a whole foot taller. But no, give me Loopy here. All right, guys, I'm back. Every freaking time, because what I do is I hit the back button and I hit it on the wrong screen. So I do apologize, guys. All right, let's try this again. Let's go to the right screen here. Let's go back. All right, so next up, we got Danny Roberts at 7.1K taking on Razman Imov, guys. Mr. Decision, the Decisionator is what I call him. You don't finish nobody, man. You just don't. Split decision, unanimous decision, loss in a decision. Yeah, man, he's 9.1K. I'm not doing it for a decision. Danny Roberts at 7.1K. He's a striker, grappler. I mean, UFC's doing Aminov here, Imov, Razmanan Iviv. They're doing him a great service here. They're sending him up. I'm just gonna say it, man. They're giving him a bunch of cans to crush. I mean, the picks, Imov, but this is a clear fade for me as far as DraftKings. You guys know once we're paying 9K plus for a fighter, we want to finish, and this man doesn't know how to finish people. But Danny, he's a striker, grappler, nasty leg kicks, but Imov, man, he's a striker, grappler, but just low output. Goes for takedowns, holds people up against the cage for as long as the ref will let him hold him up there before the ref breaks him up and puts him back to the center of the octagon. So yeah, give me Imov here, 9.1K, but this fight is a total fade for me. All right. Next up, this one should be interesting. We got Andrew Sanchez at 7.9K versus Bruno Silva at 8.3K. Andrew Sanchez, man, this is a 50-50 fight, and the pricing shows it. Andrew's a striker, good forward pressure, good wrestling. His cardio, though. He slows down in fights. I don't like that. Questionable chin, too. That's a bad mix. That's a bad mix. Bruno Silva, man, he's striker. He's a powerful takedowns. Nasty ground and pound when he gets him to the ground. High output, too. The pick here for me, it's pretty easy. I'm taking Bruno Silva at 8.3. I know, dogs are few and far between on this card, but, I mean, you take the fact of Bruno Silva being such a powerful striker, goes for takedowns, wears people out, man, wears them down. And the high output, too, is what we like. Not a lot of faith in Sanchez with his casting, with his cardio. And, I mean, the output on him is pretty good, but that's what gets him in trouble. He has good output in the first round. And then after that, he's got nothing left. So the pick here is going to be Bruno Silva at 8.3K. And I think, he gets it done. I think he gets a finish here. So that's pretty good value there for 8.3. So instead of taking Sanchez for the value for underdog, I'm just going to take Silva and probably get a finish for 8.3. That's how I'm looking at it. Next up, we got Calvin Klein here, Mr. Highlight versus Nate the Train Landwehr. This is your classic puncher's chance fight here, right? This was supposed to be the third fight on the card. It got bumped up. It's a violence fight, ladies and gentlemen. You got two power punches here. So Klein's 9.2K. Nate the Train is 7K. Big underdog here. Both are strikers. Calvin Klein, head kicks, nasty head kicks, man. Giga Chikadze head kicks. Like, yeah. But he does slow down late in fights. I don't think it's going to get that far, but I just had to throw that out there. He'll go to takedowns to steal rounds, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds left in the round. He'll go for a takedown. He got good fight IQ. The judges like to see that shit. Nate Landwehr, Nate the Train, man, he's a striker. He's a brawler. Good forward pressure. He's in your face, man. He is kill or be killed. If Nate gets past the first round, he does have a chance here. He does have a chance. But give me Calvin Klein at 9.2K. Let me check his ownership, actually. So, yeah, he would be the chalkiest fighter overall on the slate right now at 53%. What's Nate the Train? Because I might take some shots. Yeah, Nate the Train's the lowest owned at only 9%. That's kind of tempting. I'll put it to you this way. The pick is obviously going to be Klein, but I might have a couple. I'm going to do 5 lineups, and you guys, the DFS Club, you guys do get my lineups. I might have 2 with Nate in it, with the ownership being the lowest, and then he's got a puncher's chance, man. He can knock him out. All it takes is 1 right on the button, so... But the pick is going to be Klein. So don't get it twisted, guys. But Nate the Train, man, re-sign this man because his fights are entertaining. Because we love the violence, guys. We love it. Next up, we got Manon Farah. I'm going to try to say it my best French. I'm not Canadian, so French is like my 10th language. She's a beast, man. Going up versus Mayra Bueno Silva, she's a beast herself, man. But Farah, I'll try, guys. This girl cannot be stopped. She cannot be stopped, and she gets it done by violence, guys. Perfect in the UFC so far. What's her price tag? Let me pull it up here. So she's 8.9K. I think that's really good value here. Bueno Silva is 7.3K. Now, here's the thing. If Farah can keep it on her feet, keep the fight on the feet, I ain't making any sense, guys. Obviously, I need more Rockstar. Cheers. That's what happens when I wait till Friday night to film these. If she can keep it on the feet, which I think she will, I think she can get Bueno Silva out of here. Striker, powerful. She's a decent grappler. I wouldn't say one of the best, but she's decent. She'll go for takedowns if need be. But I think she's going to try and keep it on the fight because she goes to the ground with Bueno Silva. That's entering her Bueno Silva's layer. You know what I'm saying? Bueno Silva's no slouch, man. She's a striker, grappler. She's powerful too. She don't look it. She's a tiny little thing, but don't let it deceive you, man. She'll get submission. She'll get that arm bar from her back. You know what I'm saying? One of those type of fighters. But yeah, the pick is for guys. What's her ownership? It's got to be high. Actually, she's the 5th highest owned fighter on the slate right now at 8.9. In my personal player pool, I would put her at probably. Let me bring this up so you guys can see it. Probably my favorite fighter right now. My number 1 priority would be Farah right now. So as you guys can see there. All right. So yeah, the pick's Farah. I'm not gonna take any shots with Bueno Silva. Just don't get that twisted. I'm not crazy. I like to take chances, but I'm not crazy. Crazy. Next up, we got Jim. Mr. Hall of Fame Miller, man, the most fights in UFC history. The ageless wonder. Going up versus the young man here of Eryk Gonzalez. So Jim Miller can be had at 8.7. This is the most expensive I've seen Jim Miller in years. Eryk Gonzalez can be had at 7.5K. Miller's on a 2-fight losing streak, but man, he fights everybody. He's been fighting longer than probably Gonzalez has been alive. He's going to have the advantage here, and the price reflects that. Jim Miller, I mean, he's a grappler, submission specialist, man. If he gets us to the ground, it's over. It's over just like that. Decent striking. The only thing is with him that worries me is with the gas tank, right? he's really not that old. He's 38 years old. You would think with all the fights he'd be in his 40s, but no, he's only 38, man. I still think Miller has a couple more in him. People saying might be his retirement fight. I think this man can fight till he's at least 40. But yeah, the cardio is questionable. But I just see Eryk just walking right into one of his like front chokes or some kind of submission. Eryk Gonzalez is just a pure striker, man, but he has good forward pressure, which I think will get him in trouble. Because he comes in forward on Jim Miller. Jim Miller is going to jump on him, take him down. And what was that, Schroeder? Yeah. And this is Schroeder Skywalker if you're new. So Schroeder is actually the real star of the show. He'll pop in on every video so he can say hi to everybody. Schroeder said, "Hi, everybody." I'm going to bring him up here so you guys can see. I know y'all miss Schroeder. He says, "Hi, everybody." Schroeder does some sticking, some moving, some jabbing. Funny story about Schroeder. If you haven't watched my videos yet either, Miranda Maverick, UFC fighter, was at my house a couple weekends ago with Pete, her fiance, and we hung out over the weekend. We watched the pay-per-view, and little Schroeder here got caught under the couch, and all hell broke loose. So Schroeder was screaming and pain and all this stuff. So I pick up the couch. Miranda Maverick grabs the front. These recline. The bottom part comes up like this. So he's stuck in the bars in the bottom. So she pulls the bottom part with her bare freaking hands and rips it open like it's a can. And we got Schroeder out of there. So Schroeder is always thankful for Miranda Maverick for saving his life. But this is a funny Schroeder story. He couldn't go one day without, here we are. We have a UFC fighter. We're watching a UFC card. We got to, together. And then Schroeder, he's embarrassed about it. I know. It'll be the last time I tell the story. But yeah, it was just, of course, right? But Schroeder, what do you think about this fight? Who do you got, man? That's what I'm saying. Schroeder likes Jim Miller too. I like Jim Miller here, and I also like him to get a finish at 8.7K. Very confident in this one. I think Eryk Gonzalez could have I would say a bright future, but he does have a future in the UFC. It's just a bad matchup for him, man. Just a bad matchup. You got a polished vet here. And if he's going to come forward on him, like I said, he's just going to snatch him up, snatch his head up, his neck up, and it's going to be donezo. All right. Oh, Jesus. Hey, next. Man, we got Andrei Arlovski. I can never pronounce his name either. Versus Carlos Felipe. We got a couple sloppy heavyweights here, guys. 8.2 for Andrei, 8K for Carlos Felipe. At the stare down today, it looked like Andrei was about a foot taller. Big height advantage. I knew he had a little. I didn't think it was that big of a difference. So I'm fading this fight 100%. I mean, I think the winner of this fight probably gets you maybe 50, 60 DraftKings points. It's going to be low level, a sloppy heavyweight fight where they're just grabbing, especially for Andrei, man. He's going to try and get Carlos up against that fence and just hold him there the whole fight. Neither one of these guys have power in their shots. Both are strikers. I say Felipe's the better boxer. If you follow him on Instagram, go check him out. I mean, he prides himself on his boxing. High volume, and he can take a punch, man. Nobody's knocked him out. I mean, he's very durable. For Arlovski, though, I think he's a stronger of the two. He actually has the very tall height advantage. But he's a high volume too, man. But here's the thing. He's just going to hold him up against the cage. I can already picture it in my mind. He's going to grab Felipe. They're going to clinch up. He's going to push him up against the cage. And we're going to see that for about 3 rounds. So it's a complete fade for me. I would have both sides of this if you must play it. But I'm picking I'm actually going to take Andrei Arlovski here at 8.2. This is the first time I haven't picked Felipe. I've picked Felipe in every one of his UFC fights. But I'm going to take Andrei here, man. I think he gets it done by a decision. But a very, very boring fight. All right, next up, we got my girl. I can't believe she's in the main event. So I was going to have Norma Dumont on my show because I do interview UFC fighters, which is how I met Miranda, and then we became friends. but it was just a language barrier. So we're still working on it. I'm going to try and get an interpreter on here so we can still get her on my show. But she is working on her English too, which is totally cool. She's a sweetheart, man. Very humble. One of my favorite underdogs on the slate and everybody's favorite underdog. Norma Dumont is 7.8K. She is by far the highest owned underdog at 42% ownership right now. And then you got Aspen Ladd. God bless her, man. She tried to weigh in a couple weeks ago, and it was ugly. It's going to make the highlight reel. You ever watch the YouTube, like the worst weigh-ins? She just can't. She can't make that weight, man. Both ladies made weight today, as far as I know. The fight's still there, so I didn't watch this weigh-in, but I'll probably go back and watch it. Norma Dumont, man. I love this girl on the feet. I think she's underrated. I'm glad she's getting the main event. I don't mind a ladies' main event. I don't mind it. She's a striker, man. She has a couple. I'm going to say she has 100% takedown defense, but she's only fought a couple times in the UFC. So but that's there. She's got power. I think she's got a lot of power in her hands. She's got to work on that takedown defense, though. She needs to work on it. She has been working on it. Let's see how good it is. Aspen Ladd, again, 2 weeks ago had that really bad weight cut. So we're going to see in this fight if it's going to affect her overall health, her cardio, her speed, all that good stuff. She's a grappler. She's going to go for takedowns, submissions, nice ground and pound. For me, it's just, man, weight cuts are no joke. Ask any UFC fighter. You guys wrestled in high school. You know what I'm talking about. It does a lot to your body. Give me Norma Dumont here. Normalita at 7.8K. I'll eat the chalk on this one. I think she'd even make a great captain on FanDuel because she's affordable and you can fit some other fighters in there. It's the main event. It's 5 rounds. It might go the full 5 rounds. I think it's either going to go the full 5 rounds or Norma's gonna get her out of there. Something's going to happen like that. But yeah, like the rest of the world, I'm on Norma Dumont here at 7.8K. All right, so let's bring up FanDuel. Let me switch over to FanDuel here. So let's see what we're looking at. So Klein is the most owned on FanDuel here. Most owned captain right now is Klein at 22%. Aspen Ladd is the second highest, which I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go Norma Dumont there. 51% owned, and then Norma's right behind her, but her captain spot's only 9%. So prices for, I'll just go down the prices real quick for FanDuel. So Klein's $23, Ladd $21, Dumont $17, Bruno Silva $18. There's some value there. Ariani, she's $16. That's good value. Dana $17. Manan Ferrio. I don't speak Pepe Le Pew, so I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna learn her name because she's gonna be very popular in the UFC. $20. Jim Miller, $18. Bueno Silva is only $9. Lupita is $19. That's fair. Imev. Razaman Imev's $22. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not for that decision win. Andrew Sanchez is $13. Brandon Davis is $12. So really love Brandon Davis on FanDuel for only $12. That should help you get a lot of fighters that you want. Carlos Felipe is $16. Nunez is $14. Arlovski is only $15. Eryk Gonzalez $11. Danny Roberts $8. Nate the Train is $8. And then Luana Carolina $12. So that's your FanDuel prices. So for FanDuel, again, I would probably target Dumont as a captain. I would definitely get some, some Brandon Davis for $12. And then that should free up to pretty much get whoever the hell you want. Because FanDuel's a whole different animal than DraftKings when it comes to DFS. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. So we got some dogs. We got some favorites. And I stand by my reputation, man. Go back and check my previous videos. I think I have the best record when it comes to picking winners on YouTube, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support with the channel lately with the NBA preseason videos. I'm the only one that does these, guys. Other people do other content, but they have other people do it for them. I try and make myself a great overall sports DFS provider. Hell, remember I was doing horse racing for crying out loud. But I do UFC videos, NHL videos, MLB videos, NFL videos. What else have I done, guys? KBO videos. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell icon. Leave me a comment down below. I want to know who your guys' favorite dog is and who's your favorite lock of the week, meaning who's going to score the highest for you on DraftKings and FanDuel. I'd love to hear your guys' takes because you guys can help me as much as I help you. And don't forget, guys, DFSClub.com. Especially if you play DraftKings and FanDuel, come play every sport with us. Every day is a freaking marathon, and we love it. We have so much fun, and right now is a great time because every sport is going. MLB, NFL, NBA. I think PGA is still going. The tennis channel is crazy good right now. Very popular. UFC. We got everything going right now, guys. So DFSclub.com. Don't you dare be sour. And come join the family, guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. This was a video. There were DFS picks in the video. That makes it a DFS video. This is Gabriel Skywalker with another one. I'll see you guys. Take care.